What's up, dude? What's up, ladies? Let's go for a new video today with the anatomy classes and its respiratory system, a main component and an illustration of it. Let's go with that. So, let's go and roll on this video. The respiratory system, we are going to look at the function of the respiratory system and its components, how the system works, and some things we can do it to maintain a healthy respiratory system. So let's roll on and we go with that. However, respiratory system main function including transporting air into and out of the lungs, protecting the body against the harmful particles, and inhale it, its most important function to exchange the oxygen and carbon dioxide. So it's basically about breathing. Now let's take a look for the diagram and we'll go through the respiratory system main components. And starting here with the nose, nasal cavity, and the mouth and oral cavity, the pharynx is here, and it's what we consider that the throat to the pharynx is considered part of the digestive system as well as the respiratory system, and it connects the respiratory openings to the larynx and esophagus. So the esophagus is not a part of respiratory system, and I'll get why I put the diagram in a minute next. We have a pharynx, and which is called the voice box, which is vertical cords located between the trachea and called windpipe here, and it connects with the bronchi, which merges smaller tubes called bronchicles, and the bronchicles connected to the tiny air scass called alveoli. And then down here is the diagram. Now let's go through that basic and look why happens during the breathing process. So there is a breath into the nose or mouth. When enters through the nose, it gets separated by these shelf things like through the things. Here we call it tacky. At the same time, we hold the particles and term trape. They also warm the air inside the passes through the pharynx and enters the trachea. One note. Here is the little flap we call it epiglottis, and its important function to breathing is pushing it upward, allowing the airflow to the trachea. However, during the swallowing, it's flowed down and prevent the food from going to the trachea, directing food into the esophagus. Its food does not enter to the trachea. The judge reflex is included, protect the respiratory system to the epiglottis. So here, this is things shows you an amazing human body in any ways in the respiratory system to detect the airflow continuous down to the trachea and enters the bronchi. From there enters into smaller bronchioles, and finally we go to the enter to the network of capillaries, and this flux is where the magic happens. Oxygen enters the avicular scass, and which is the gases exchange occur capillaries and give up the waste carbon dioxide and pick up the oxygen. Carbon dioxide has been exhaled through the air passage. The oxygen inhaled through the oxygen pickup by the blood returns to the heart during the breathing process and pulmonary circulation. Diagram is busy as well, contracting with the breathing, in which allow the lungs expand and relaxing, exhaling and exhale it, as well exchange minor respiratory system disorder is called influenza, acute bronchitis, and which is pneumonia and pulmonary effusion or pleural effusion, inflammation, bronchioles, and viola sometimes. And damaging disorder including the chronic bronchicles and where the bronchi becomes inflamed or narrowed manually, caused by tobacco or smoky, alcohol, many reasons of over tortured or lung cancer, and almost 9 of 10 of causes is caused by tobacco smoke. So what we can do for the maintaining the respiratory system health is many things. Get healthy weight. Excess weight compresses to the respiratory muscles and put some stress on the lungs, and drink plenty water, dehydration, and airways to the thicken. It's too important health healthy for the smoking, and consume the food and vitamins, minerals, antioxidants such as fruits, veggies, nuts. It's too important for the healthy body and healthy respiratory system to expose the damage of it. Limits the exposure to the allergies. We can do many things. We hygiene and the maintain to block the viruses, such as in COVID-19 viruses, for example, and it's consume the alcohol at the same time as we mentioned it. And the weaknesses of immune system get more active regularly. I'm doing the aerobic activities, sometimes unless 30 minutes. So indoor the plants, and that was the first illustration. And the bottom line, we can see the respiratory system impacts overall health and its major impacts. As we mentioned it, breathing is a kind of important. So we should eat in a healthy diet and be active and maintain the good hygiene. And for important thing, and be happy and healthy. Thanks for watching, and I wish this video was benefit.